Well, hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to Private Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about the final week of January, which is the 26th through February 1st. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video. I've got some guiding messages from my special people, my guides, my angels. They're telling us very clearly that it's okay to step into your confidence. In fact, it's mandatory that you do. Whoever you are as a person, step into the confidence that you are who you're supposed to be. You're right where you belong. You're doing what you need to do. And if you need to ask for help, it's okay. You can do that confidently. And of course, if you see other people struggling, wait until they ask. Don't jump in to help other people until they ask for help, because if you do, you're robbing them of the opportunity to learn. And we don't want to do that now, do we? All right? So the guiding card for you this month is the gift. We want you to remember that as you are here on the earth, you are a gift, of course, and that for some of you, the gift has been looking you in the mouth for a long time and you have not been seeing it. So you have a lost gift, something that's been put to the wayside. You know, you've set it aside. You feel like, it wasn't my passion, so I set it aside. But it's truly something you excelled at, right? It was a passion at one time, but it's not now. Don't be afraid to think about picking that back up, okay? You might be depriving the universe of all that you bring to the table in that neighborhood, all right? So be you, be all that you can be, and it's going to be wonderful for everybody, all right? So we're going to look at the cards now. Here we have the 3 cards in front of us from the overview video, and we now have more cards from the Wild Unknown Tarot that we're going to put in here and see where we get to as we go deeper, all right? So last week we talked quite a bit about your relationship and money and stuff like that. It looks like your relationship is still here and still up for money. Talking about money, still interesting. So let's go ahead and see what's happening with the relationship itself. The relationship itself, there is somebody here fighting for their power in the situation. So yes, there is fighting for the power in the relationship. Okay, so the happy solutions we were looking for last week don't seem like they're working. Be aware of that. Pay attention to that. The 4 of Pentacles is here. We got a double whammy for you, a double whammy right here. That's interesting. It speaks to the foundation of your finances being a plus or up for review at this point. Whose money is whose and where did it come from and how did it get here? Keeping your accounts separate might be very useful in the beginning, for sure. And maybe a single group account where everybody puts a certain amount in so that everything can be taken care of from this space. It might be a little bit more than the rent, so that one can do the house bills. You know, you take the average house bills, take all the other stuff, pile it all into one place, and then add a little extra so that you have that little spendy-wendy money for the groceries and stuff that both people are eating, stuff like that. And then you can have a single account that's for both of you, but you each have your own money, and that way there's not too much intermingling per se. It might help. I don't know if that was a new idea for all y'all, but it's a thought. I'm just throwing it out there. We'll see. Where you're also blocked is the foundation of your money. So the amount of money everybody is bringing to the table has got some people a little bit jelly, I think, and or feeling like they're not in control, right? So if one of you is a millionaire and the other one of you is not, realize that that's quite a thing, and you probably wanted prenup, and you may have brought that up, and that's what brought the fire on, brought the fight out in your person, right? Your person is like, I'm not really happy with a prenup. It makes me feel unloved, and the answer is, I love you so much that I just need to feel protected. Is all. It's about them, not about you, right? So. Remember that if you put it the other way and you say that the other person is the millionaire and they're the ones who want the prenup, how do you feel, right? Now, when you put those shoes on your other feet, the answer is, okay, cool. And if they don't want you for who you are as a person, the gift that you are, then there has to be an understanding that when you're talking about giant money, there's truly an answer which speaks to the fact that, of course, people want everything to be proper. And if you start with a prenup, by the end of, if you stay together for 10 plus years, the chances are the prenup is going to be sort of unimportant and dissolved, or can be resolved later because you've stayed through the test of time and you've worked through struggles and you've done through certain things, and people go, oh, okay, cool. Now that I see this is a safe and secure place, this person's not all spendy-windy, everything is totally cool, and now I can go and eliminate this thing, and you do the paperwork, or they do the paperwork and say, okay, cool. So you can have it have a sunset clause or a dissolving time limit that says after a certain period of time this becomes null and void because this person is now a part of my life. Cool. So think it through, come up with a plan, and be using your words, thinking about it from the other person's point of view as much as from your own point of view. I don't know, I keep getting the vibe that this is about you being the one who has the money as opposed to the opposite answer, but it doesn't mean that's not true. You definitely have the opportunity. Did you get a double whammy twice? Holy shirt balls, you did. You got the 4 of Pentacles and you got the 8 of Pentacles. What? Okay, so the other thing that's blocking you here, you have somebody who worries about the money all the time. I feel like a father figure who's telling you and whispering in your ear, hey man, check it out. This is the story of money and how this has been my experience with having money and blah, 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 blah. So they're filling your ears. They're filling your ears up, and you're blocking you from thinking out loud to yourself about what's really going on. And you need to think your own thoughts, okay? Come up with a plan. You've grown up. If you've been around this guy, you've grown up with all his misconceptions about money. And he's still giving them to you. It's like, oh, aren't you confused? And yeah, fairness is a blockage. So it's not going to be a fair split. It's not going to be a fair thing. It's not going to be straight, right, and proper. You certainly don't want to put a target on your back by saying after 15 years or after 10 years, everything gets split right down the middle because she'll be putting a target in your head. We don't want that, right? No targets, please. But our solution here is to keep working, right? Keep on working. You have the 8 of Pentacles showing me that you're going to keep working at this. You're going to keep fighting the good fight. You're going to keep doing your job, making money, and doing your thing, right? So if you stay focused on what you're doing and how you're doing it, I feel like this represents continuing to work on all the things and the connections and all the ways and means that the money is connected to whatever you're connected to and who you are connected to. And you can and will begin to understand or explain in a different way to this person that you want to share your life with about your money situation and how you want to work it through. But remember that if you put on their shoes and hear your words before you say them, have somebody mirror back to you what they're hearing, because you don't want to be telling this person they're not worth anything, right? Because that's not true. What they are worth is everything. They are everything. And if you're head over heels in love with this person, how much does it truly matter what's going on with your money? And the fact is, if you die, well, then you die. You can't use your money anyway. You can't take it with you. Not to say that I'm saying anybody is dying here, because you're not. But the reality is that don't let the money stop you from having a good relationship. This person is going to be doing an awful lot to make themselves feel worthy on a regular basis, okay? So if you realize how that must feel, to have to do extra work just to feel worthy of being in your presence, in your massive amounts of abundance, yikes. Right? Listen to those words. How do you feel worthy of somebody else's abundance if you don't keep working, you don't keep doing certain things, you don't keep this person's never going to sit still again in their lives, all right? It's going to be difficult for them to feel up to it, all right? So just be aware of that and think about it from that point of view, and I think you'll see it from a different way, all right? Now, of course, we've learned lessons about all of this and all of our abundance, and we've seen things in our pasts. We've seen our parents go through it. I think this is a parent. So you've seen people go through it with their money and how they've attracted weird people. And of course, be careful and cautious as you get into these situations. But they should also be aware that the fact that they've been chosen for the relationship in spite of their whatever's going on with their finances, the fact is you've chosen them in spite of the fact. And knowing that there could be issues in this department, that's kind of groovy, right? You've made a choice to go with your heart. You knew what the possibilities were. I knew what the possibilities were. I see the issues here, but you don't have to be I mean, you're already, I think you're into this relationship. Your heart's in, but now you got to talk it through, okay? Don't be afraid to talk it through. And don't be afraid to talk it through with maybe a counselor person so that you can learn how to speak to each other properly without making other people feel weird or bad, you know? You want to be careful. You want to not do that, okay? Don't get blocked by your poppy's stories, okay? Because I feel like he's telling stories that are blocking you from wanting to move forward in any direction because he's had bad experiences. He's telling you nothing is going to be fair. The answer is, what? You get into a brand new relationship and give them half your money right away? That's never how that goes. So maybe that person needs to hear that. But at the same time, you don't want to make it seem like that's what it was. You're mad about it one way or the other. It's just ridiculous. All of it's kind of ridiculous. So money makes people crazy. That's the story, right? We're going to get you a closing card from this wonderful moon oracle because we need to do that right now. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on here. That's the one right there. All right. I know it's goofy, and congratulations on having a little excess, but I mean, figure out a way to either get it tied up so tight that it doesn't, I mean, you do you, right? You know better what to do there. Oh, will you look at that? Mystical. Ta-ta-ta-ta. So yeah, things are going to get going in a very interesting way. It's going to seem somewhat intense and crazy. You're going to make things happen. Other people will be mystified, right? You will be acting in a way that makes people curious. They're like, what the heck is going on with that person? And the reality is it's love, baby. It's love. You are in love, and that is cool. When you're in love, you're willing to do whatever you need to do to help other people out, but also make sure that everything is taken care of in a smart way. So your financial base will be secure, and you'll keep on working and doing your thing. You're going to remember your lessons from past, and you're going to keep making things work in the right direction. Your foundation is secure, and your work is secure. So both of those things are definite, remembering lessons, and your relationship. Ta-da! Perfect. It's mystical to anybody else who's watching. It's none of their business either. So just be clear. None of your beeswax. None of your beeswax. All right. Let's get to some rocks. We have rocks. Okay. Perfect. All right. We have black tourmaline, green apatite, and amethyst. Perfect. So this black tourmaline is keeping you grounded on the earth plane and saying, okay, cool, 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 cool. I'm here, I'm on this plane, I'm doing my thing, I got things going on, I'm taking care of business, everything is cool. Black apatite, green apatite is all about healing your old emotions, old memories, old bullshit that have taught you that everything's a problem, right? Everybody else is teaching you that there's a problem in the situation and nothing can be fair. Fairness is a blockage, blah, 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 blah. It's crap is what that is. Remember the lessons. Remember the lessons. And heal them. Heal the lesson. Heal the lesson and know that whatever's going on, I mean, if you have to work out something goofy where your person gets an allowance from you of a certain amount every month, no matter what, for the entire length of your relationship, so that they feel like they have some sort of an income, and they don't have to come to you for every goddamn little thing, you may feel like a hole in the bucket, but you're working. You're working, you're doing your thing. And by you doing that, you've relieved them of the stress of having to ask for anything. And by doing that, you're sharing. You're sharing you. You're sharing your money, and you're sharing freedom with them. And don't get me wrong, they're probably going to save up most of that because they can live on less. And they're smart, and they're capable, and they're beautiful and amazing. There's a reason they're there for you, okay? This isn't about what they were hoping for or anything else, but it would give them a way to not keep thinking so much about the money, right? So it's good. I think that if you can find somebody who thinks less about the money and more about how they can be in your life and be a part of, and that's a good thing, right? So, excellent. We have the amethyst here. The amethyst here is 6th chakra stone. You're seeing how you fit in and how your world is working. You're getting the big picture of how you fit into the globe and how you work in the world and how this relationship can work in the world, okay? Remember, it's mystical how shit's coming together for you. Congratulations to you on the new relationship that's not complete hooey and that you haven't blown it up yet. Good job, Scorpio. Hey, we all have moments, right? So these are your stones for the week. You don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to, but they're here for you if you want them, and they will help you get through, all right? Comment below if they are working for you in any way, shape, or form. I look forward to hearing what you have to share. And of course, if you want to carry something else, let me know. We'll have a conversation about it, and it'll be awesome, all right? I love that stuff. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed to the channel yet, you might miss a video. And that would be just terrible, wouldn't it? So go ahead and do that now. And of course, I've met most of you at the fair in person, and I love you guys so much. Your costumes are fantastic, by the way. I look forward to seeing you this coming year in the 2025. This is going to be great. I do appreciate the one and the all of you for sure. And if you haven't come out to the fair yet, check my schedule and come on out. I'm all over the place, so you never know where you'll see me. Haha. And but now you can find me there. If you don't have any ability to come to where the fair is that I'm at, by all means, I have a link in there where I do private readings. So go ahead and check that out, and we'll make an appointment. All right, we'll do a phone reading. Excellent. Thank you so much for being here, and we will talk next week about February. It's so soon. All right. Thank you so much. See you next week.